Do you want to jump into this?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Go ahead. Take it away.
Okay. Lady, 5-year-old daughter next to me on the plane who offered to hold my screaming baby instead of judging me. She looked at me as I struggled and said, honey, I have 5 babies. Do you want me to hold her? It took her 5 minutes to calm Lila down, and the next hour played with her 5-year-old daughter, laughing and having fun. If she ever sees this, thank you. If you're seeing this, be like her, please. Steve always gets mad at me, but whenever I see a baby, whether it's on a plane or in a restaurant that's crying, I think that I am Mrs. Doubtfire or Mary
Mrs.
Poppins.
Rachel. Yeah.
And I'm just going to go right up. Exactly. Mrs. Rachel, you really are a mother. You are a mother. You know what? There's a few times where I say my gal's a mom. That's one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Mrs. Rachel.
Miss Rachel just signed a Netflix deal. Go, girl.
Miss Rachel
As
is rich.
you should.
Good for you, Miss Rachel. Mrs. Rachel. Snap. So, this actually happened to me at Christmas. We're in Chicago for our Thursday night game that we have, the 26th. Christmas Day, we're at the Tavern. Anyone that knows Chicago, you know that little Gibson's Triangle. It used to be the old Sutton Place Thompson Hotel. Anyways, we're in there. And there's a mom and a dad. And the mom, I could tell she wants to drink that martini. But the martini's sitting on the table and she's holding the baby. And I go, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, Steve. And he goes, God, don't do it. Don't do it. I go, I'm doing it. I walked right up to her and I go, can I hold your baby? She goes, oh my God, would you please? Yeah. Turned out for the next 2.5 hours, tables pushed together. Mom and dad drank, had a good time. I watched the baby. Baby fell asleep in my arms. The table across the way from us kept looking over at me, judging McJudgersons. And I looked at the mom and I was like, this table's judging me. She goes, who cares? And I'm like, I'm not going to steal the baby. This is her baby. She's fine with it. I had the best time. I get my fix, eat that baby right back. And yeah, it's my thing. So if you are with children on a plane, I will gladly take them off your hands and babysit, or in a restaurant. So go for it. Wouldn't you like? No, you wouldn't want somebody to grab Mac.
Yeah, all the time.
You would? You would not be okay with a stranger grabbing him in a restaurant.
It just depends. Mackie Babes is doing a funny thing. I felt like I was gone forever last week. I was gone probably for like 5 days. Looking at him, and when I was saying goodnight to him, because we finally got to put him to bed last night, and he was looking at me like this. And I felt like we were doing a stare off, and I just started cracking up, and he's like,
oh, he goes back to serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Really funny. Yeah.
Oh,
and
cute.
he just started having bad breath, which is really interesting. Yeah. Because he's getting the molars. And then so there's a lot of saliva and like the blood and all that. And like this morning I went in to go say good morning. And here I am, like I'm a goddamn dragon. Like it's
stop it.
Like, and I'm judging my baby for his breath. And he was just like, and I was like, whoa. Okay.
It's like when the dog has bad breath and you're like, we need to brush that bad boy. Mm-hmm. Imagine how painful getting your teeth is. Like, think about when you have a toothache, like of any sort, you're like, ugh. Imagine like molars coming through.
It makes them get a runny nose, a cold sometimes, a temperature, or like the runs.
Am I teething? I feel like those are all the symptoms I currently have. Oh my God.
That's funny.
Weird.